First off, happy Metroid Dread release week to everybody, as we are finally going to see that game officially come out this Friday, and I am super hyped, and we do have it in the news today as well. We also have another game that will be coming out this week that I do want to update you guys on with a launch trailer, as it is set to be a fun fighter game that I think a lot of Smash fans especially will end up getting into. Then speaking of Smash, we have to update you guys around the major Sakurai Presents that is being held tomorrow, and why Sakurai is actually calling even more attention to this event, stating that even if you are not a player of Smash Bros, you will still want to tune into this event. What's up, nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. As I mentioned, guys, we are covering a few different stories today. The first of which I want to update you guys on is a final launch trailer for a game that comes out tomorrow, and I'm sure a lot of Smash fans will get into this one, as it is none other than Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and this is definitely what you would call a Smash Bros clone style of a game. Now, it's definitely going to have some different tweaks and mechanics in there that are different from a typical Smash Bros game, but the overall, what you're trying to accomplish and how you're having fun with your friends is essentially what you will find in Smash Ultimate, but with, of course, a ton of classic Nickelodeon All-Star style characters. And I do think that this one, as we get closer to its release tomorrow, looks very exciting, and they're doing a good job of showing a lot of the fun that can be had on this game. Now, it is actually a funny date for it to be released on, because of course this will be the same date that we will get the final DLC character announcement from Sakurai, which we will talk about later on in the video. But I do think that this will be one to keep your eyes out on, especially if you are a Smash Bros fan, as you know, sadly it does appear that tomorrow will be the final edition for any kind of new Smash content, and you may want to have a new game to look forward to later on for just, you know, that fighting fun multiplayer style game. And it does appear that not only can you do your 4-player local competitive play, but you can also take that online as well. So this will be one I'll have my eyes on. I am going to wait for review scores to drop and different people to make videos on it, just to kind of get a little bit better idea of how the game actually plays. Hopefully, if I can get my hands on a copy without buying it full price or something like that, I may just at least try to see how the mechanics feel, because that's really what's going to come down to if I'm going to really enjoy this game like the way I do with Smash Bros, or if it's going to be one that I might pick up and play once or twice but not really play regularly. So I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below if you were planning on getting Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl tomorrow, or if it's something that you may wait to go on sale or just watch reviews. So make sure you share your thoughts and opinions on that game with me in the comments down below. Now from there, I want to update you guys on a major Nintendo Switch sale that just went live today, and this is actually for a few games that are super, you know, some of them really just recently came out, and they're already being discounted from their $60 retail price to $40, and this is for the physical editions of these titles. And there's 3 ones that are in question today that I want to share with you guys. That is Smash Bros Ultimate, which is like, if you don't own that game already, what are you doing? But you might as well go pick it up for 40 bucks now, as Nintendo does not typically like to discount that, and you can use the extra 20 to maybe buy some of the fighter passes out there in case if you're interested in volume 1 or 2, or of course you can just pick up your favorite characters individually as well. Or then you can also pick up Skyward Sword HD, which is another one, which is like, if you're a Zelda fan and you haven't picked that up yet, you definitely should, and that is now discounted to $40 on both Best Buy and Amazon. And then we also have new Pokemon Snap discounted from 60 to 40 as well. Now that's actually a game that I have my eye on, because I have not picked up new Pokemon Snap yet, as I just don't know that I'll get fully into the gameplay. I know it's a beautiful game, but I'm like very like an intense type of gamer for most games. Like, that's really what gets me to actually play them, is whenever my heart rate is up. And I do think that Pokemon Snap definitely has more of that laid back type of vibe, which, you know, every now and then I'm down for, but it's just not a go-to for me. But for $40 as opposed to the full 60 normal asking price, this is one that I will keep my eye on, and I will most likely pick up from either Best Buy or Amazon. So just a heads up, check both Best Buy and Amazon for these. I don't know how long the sale will be lasting or anything like that, but if you guys do need to still pick up these games, and especially if you're a physical collector, this is a perfect opportunity to do so. So let me know in the comments down below if you're planning on picking up any of these discounted titles for the Nintendo Switch. Now from there, I want to call some attention to an event that I'm sure we are all looking forward to tomorrow, and that is, you know, it's going to be bittersweet, but it is apparently going to be the final Sakurai Presents with the final Smash character DLC reveal included in that event. As if you guys don't know, of course, Nintendo typically reveals these at Nintendo Directs, and at the last Direct that we got in September, they did clearly state that it will be revealed and held back for this event so Sakurai can do the entire presentation himself, and I do think that that's going to be the correct way to send off the series series, because obviously Sakurai has really put his life's work into this, and there's also a lot of rumors and talk and speculation around the fact that Sakurai may be, actually announcing that he will be stepping away from Smash altogether in the future, as this has been his primary project in game development for I don't know how many years now. I mean, it's just an incredible history, and what he's been able to create with Smash is obviously very respected in the hardcore gaming community, and I couldn't be more pumped to see who this final character is. But to start off the conversation on why we should maybe be very hyped for this event and definitely set reminders to watch it when it goes live is because he is actually touting that even if you are not a Smash Bros fan or a Smash Bros player, to still watch this event, as it will just be a major milestone for the series. So let's quickly hop over to VGC and read through an article where they detail what Sakurai shared out there on social media. Sakurai says you should watch Smash Bros final character reveal even if you don't play. The last DLC fighter will be announced on Tuesday. In just one day, the last fighter of Smash Bros Ultimate will be announced, he wrote on social media. Even if you don't play the game, if you're interested in gaming, I'd like to recommend you watch it. He added, the new fighter may be a character that you don't know or different from what you expected, but I hope you enjoy the broadcast itself, and I had fun recording it. Hosted by Sakurai himself, the final Smash Bros Ultimate character reveal stream will take place on October 5th at 7 a.m. Pacific time and 10 a.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. BST. The event will be the final held for Ultimate nearly 3 years after its first release. Sakurai recently reiterated that the title's next fighter after that will conclude development on the game. Finally, the next DLC fighter will be the last one, he said. There won't be any more after that. It'll be a while before that announcement, but I'll be available this year as planned, so please be patient. It seems like the team will have to complete this project at home right up until the end. Sakurai previously said he felt that there was no way the series would be able to have as many fighters or series represented again in future games. So again, as somebody who's been playing all of the Smash Bros installments since the original one on the N64, this is going to be a very bittersweet event for me, as I don't know what the future for the franchise will hold, as even Sakurai himself calling this game Smash Bros Ultimate, and then also backing up the fact that he probably won't be able to ever create this kind of roster again going forward. It's like, is this going to be the final Smash Bros, or maybe this will get ported or up-resed in 4K for future Switch iterations? But it is looking more and more like this may be the final edition to Smash, and maybe that we can't expect another Smash Bros to launch with a new Switch like we typically see. Every new console generation we get a new version of Smash. Like, maybe this is where we don't follow that cycle going forward with Nintendo. Of course, it is always possible that plans change, and maybe Sakurai wants to try to create the Super Smash Bros Ultimate Edition, whatever he's going to call it, and actually go further. But I do think that Smash Ultimate is going to be a very special installment when it comes to the entire history of gaming, as just the simple cross-platform and studio and developer type of deals that they were able to pull off to get some of the characters that are in this game, such as Banjo-Kazooie and many others, is just very impressive. And I want to turn the question to you guys on who do you think this last fighter will be, because obviously we have a ton of rumors and speculation around it potentially being Sora, simply for the fact that 4chan post actually called out the date that the digital event would be held, which is on October 5th. And while I do think that that's kind of where I am hoping the final announcement falls, there's also some crazy off the wall rumors of Crash Bandicoot, of Master Chief, even Goku maybe being the final fighter, which I would be like too happy if it's actually Goku. I don't think we're gonna get that, but I do think that would be incredible way to put a bow on the series. But it's gonna be one of those announcements that you're just gonna have a divided reaction regardless of who it is, because you cannot keep all these Smash fans happy with whoever the final edition is, as there's just such a long wish list of people that Smash fans really want to see included in the series. But it can't go on forever. I really wish they would have hit like 100 total fighters before they actually retired the DLC packs, as I just think that would have been a really cool milestone to cross over. But regardless, it does look like tomorrow's event will be the final one and the final announcement, and I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below who your number one pick is to send off Smash Ultimate as a series for tomorrow's event. And bonus question, share with me if you think we will continue to see new Smash Bros iterations on future platforms for Nintendo, or if you actually think that Smash Bros Ultimate may be the final hurrah for the series, and maybe we'll just see this game ported forward and up-resed or something like that, as opposed to a brand new Smash Bros on new platforms in the future. And from there, I want to share with you guys why Metroid Dread is in the news besides its actual release, which we do know is coming out on October 8th. And while I could not be more pumped for this game, I'm thinking it's actually going to be my game of the year in 2021. As you know, this is just over 19 years in the making since we got Metroid Fusion back on the Game Boy Advance, and we are finally getting the 1 through 5 story arc wrapped up. And I could not be more excited for some of the different lore that they're going to dive into and the different major story arcs that we will see delivered in this Metroid Dread project. And you know, the unfortunate part of the news that we're talking about today is that you may very well need to stay offline, or anything talking about Metroid Dread you may need to quickly scroll past if you go through on Twitter or different news sites, because unfortunately it does look like this game managed to leak ahead of its actual release, and there are people posting up story spoilers, cutscenes that we have not seen. You know, everybody talks about Nintendo potentially spoiling the game with how much they showed. I really don't think that they've spoiled anything, as if you're any kind of long-term Metroid fan, you know to expect a lot of the stuff that they've showed us in the different various overview trailers and Metroid Dread volume reports. But some of these new leaks that are out there online are actually showing true up story spoilers that you are probably not going to want to know. You will absolutely, if you're planning on getting this game, hopefully progress through the story yourself and see it organically unfold. And unfortunately, it's just part of the time and era that we're living in. As you know, sometimes these games leak out online, they get the data file, somebody gets an early retail release copy. However it happens, it ends up happening, and then it just spreads like wildfire online. So I want to put out a stern warning for everybody who doesn't want to get spoiled, just to try to gloss over any articles that reference Metroid Dread and any potential spoilers, because they are out there floating around. And you know, the worst case scenario would be you're not prepared for the fact that there are true spoilers, and you read one and you end up spoiling a major reveal in the story for you. So I don't want to see that happen. We even have things like, we're getting so close, we have like the final game file size coming in at over 4 gigabytes, which is actually lower than the 6 gigabytes that it was originally at. We have new commercials airing that Nintendo is giving off this final media push, which I just could not be more proud of Nintendo for doing, because you know, it's, again, I know we've talked about it in previous videos, but Metroid has always been a series that has for the most part been overlooked by Nintendo and has never really been given that true up push and true up center stage when it comes to its new game releases. And you know, considering that we're seeing this thing launch in October 8th on stores alongside of the Switch OLED model is really reassuring to begin with. And I know they're not calling the white Joy-Con a Metroid Dread Edition Switch OLED, but they might as well be, because it is straight up like the same white as what the Emmy robot looks like. So I mean, for me guys, obviously I'm just super hyped that we're finally getting the conclusion to the Metroid 1 through 5 story arc. And of course, this means that, you know, Nintendo's taking Metroid more seriously, and that as we walk forward to the Prime 4 release date, that maybe we're getting that Metroid Prime 1 remake or just a trilogy HD port. But regardless, I think the momentum looks good for Metroid, and I think that Nintendo recognizing that is always good news at the end of the day. But just word to the wise, stay away from any Metroid Dread spoilers online, as they most likely are legitimate, for the simple fact that the game has leaked and is out there ahead of schedule. But guys, at this point in the video, I want to know all your thoughts and opinions on everything we talked about today. Are you planning on tuning in to the Sakurai Presents tomorrow? Or you think you will pick up Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl at release? What about those games that went on sale from a $60 price point down to $40? Are you planning on picking any of those up? And then the big thing I want to hear from you guys on is, have you managed to stay away from Metroid Dread spoilers so far? And will you be picking it up on Friday, October 8th? And bonus question, let me know if you're planning on getting the Switch OLED, or if you're going to completely skip over this iteration, as obviously it's really only an upgrade for people who play it in handheld mode. So I do look forward to hearing all your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around these topics. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around until the end. I do at this point in the video want to invite you all one more time to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on your way out if you enjoyed it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. That's gonna do it for me, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.